Right. I'm sure you're aware of the video where a player walks up to a particular cliff and that cliff suddenly starts to cave in and open like a door. Well, I'm basically going to try to attempt to make that as close as possible in Bedrock Edition. So far, what I've managed to achieve is basically this wall caving in. It's not going to separate yet because I still have to figure out some stuff, but you can see the show. As of now, it can be made as long as possible with an asterisk. I will explain the asterisk part in a bit. So here we have the bedrock flying machine. As we do not have sticky pistons fitting block mechanic, we require to like shuffle the sticky pistons on the extension part, so it could like cycle between pushing and pulling. I have done this type of stuff before as well. That's why I'm more confident to do it with flying machines now and scale them infinitely basically. Well, up to simulation distance. Here we're going to do exactly the same thing but in reverse order. Well, not exactly the same thing. Here I'm pulling out it 2 blocks up and going to push it down because of the space limitation over here. Which is slightly different than that over there. So here we pull out the sticky pistons twice and then push them. Here we block swap them basically in a 2x2 space. You can see that they're segmented. It is basically made this thing harder to build because it is segmented. But because it's segmented, then later I could have some piston extenders which are going to pull out an X amount of walls. Or maybe flying machines, I'm not sure. Let's stop this cycle. I mean, it is mesmerizing to watch. It's basically like this uh, machines that do nothing. It's basically the building itself. It is so amazing. I did something similar with a mushroom farm for giant mushroom caps. Like it would take out the cap and this time separately and separate them. Then I got more confident with my abilities of flying machine better acquisition, so I basically built this. The plan for future is to have some kind of a like in the video, this part, for example, the corner one is going to like go backwards one and then cave into the left. Then this is going to go backwards twice and cave into the left. For that, as you can see, everything is segmented. Technically, I should be able to pull it out, so one block out. But as this entire thing is so much bigger, uh, the simplest of which is going to be like do it at the machine length. So this is the engine, this is the extension, and this is the wall. So the entire size is like 2, that is 8 blocks. So these walls would be like 8 blocks apart from each other, which is not very true to the video, but I think that video is made with command blocks and with some post editing piston sounds. But that is going to be one way of doing it. The other way of doing it would be to completely ignore the flying machines, which would be hard to do because if I have piston extenders like this, yeah, it wouldn't be possible. Like I made them on separate slices, so I could pull out entire chunk, like this entire slice out by a piston extender, so I can deal with the second slice. That would not be possible if I'm just going to do it with this part only, because these pistons are going to bother. or the piston extender needs to be fast enough so it will extend and grab that, which would become harder and harder as we're going to go towards the center. This is at the moment scalable up to the simulation distance in that direction. The only asterisk bit is here that we require to schedule repeaters because these entire thing needs to be fired all at once. As they're different slices, we can't fire them at different timing, otherwise they're going to choke up. Like this piston might run into that honey block and the entire machine will freeze. So we will require to schedule the repeaters in a way that they're going to power all the way up to simulation distance. That is the asterisk which I mentioned. That otherwise it is completely capable of working in simulation distance. That's why I opted for flying machines. Like here, you'd say what's going to do is going to pull out this sticker piston, push it down, and the bottom one is going to pull it up, and this one is going to push it back. So basically both blocks up the entire thing in 2x2 space. There I think we're using 3x2 space. I'm kind of proud that I managed to pull this off. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the caving in bit, like it's going to go inside and then towards the left, right. Yeah, it is 3x2. It should stop because I put the lock on it.